welcome back to Aloha Jen's Beauty Blog. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Jen and I am a licensed esthetician in the state of California. Well, welcome to this spring vibes makeup look. This is like spring vibes, sort of kind of romantic in the sense of the colors that I'm using today. They give me spring romantic vibes. Last week, I created a reel on Instagram and uploaded it as a short here on YouTube, demonstrating the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand in Pink Pop. And I got so many of you reaching out to me for this makeup look to do a video on it. So here it is. And this is the final look right here. Charlotte Tilbury Matte Beauty Blush Wand on my cheek here, along with the Rose Quartz Quad from Athr Beauty and the Rose Quartz palette. So you guys are going to go into this makeup look right now and how I created this. Also, I'm demonstrating the Rose Ink Skin Enhanced Luminous Tinted Serum Foundation in this video too, which I have it on right now. So you guys watch the tutorial. I hope you enjoy it. I'm a little tired today, so don't mind my goofiness. And I will see you at the end. Aloha, everyone. Happy Sunday. I'm filming this on Sunday. So let's play with some spring makeup. So these Athr Beauty palettes, the Rose Quartz Quad is really giving me the spring vibes, along with the Charlotte Tilbury Pink Pop Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand. So many long names. So we're gonna play with the Rose Quartz palette or Quad and the Rose Quartz palette. So the Rose Quartz palette, I'm just going to use this shade right here, Scorpio. Here's the thing with this Rose Quartz Quad. The colors are really light. This one looks like it's going to be dark. However, it doesn't really show up that much. It is very, very faint. So it doesn't work for me as a liner shade. And what I use Scorpio from the Rose Quartz palette is for a liner shade. So let's get started. So I've done my skincare already, so that is all set. So we're gonna play with a new foundation. It's the Rose Ink. This is the Skin Enhanced Luminous Tinted Serum foundation. This is a very light coverage. It's a serum that has these little mineral pigments suspended in it. So when you pump it out, it comes in a serum format, and then you mix it together and the pigments like burst into the formulation. It's super hydrating. I personally like to apply this by putting it on my fingers and mixing it like this. I first apply my foundation with my fingers, and then I blend it in with either a beauty blender or a brush. Now, this is a super, super light coverage. It's a skin tint, basically. So it just like evens out your skin tone, covers, you know, redness. It shows your natural skin underneath. Any flaws that you have, you will be able to see underneath this. I have to use just a little bit more and apply it. I'm going to start mixing it with the brush. So after I get it on my skin, I take the brush, and what did I just do with it? Here it is. And then I just start blending this into my skin, just like so. So this is for anybody who wants just a little bit of coverage to even out their skin tone. It's for that no makeup look. It is really, really, really lovely. I have been really, really enjoying this. This is, you know, great, you know, every day. Nothing there. It's not full. It's not medium. It's not buildable. So I'm not using a makeup primer with this foundation. I'm just using the foundation so we can get a feel for it and you guys could see what it looks like on my skin. So this is like exact perfect match for me. It's not too light and it's not too dark. I have the shade 40 here, which is a bit too light, and I'm going to return this. So there we go. So that was 1.5 pumps of this. And as you can see, it did even out my skin tone. Probably should have done half of my face first. Sorry, messed up on that one. So next I'm gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer, and I'm going to spot conceal with this. Now, if you want, you know, a little bit more coverage in certain areas, you can go in with your concealer. Now, I'm just going to use a little bit of this in, you know, certain areas. And I'm going to blend it out with my Rare Beauty concealer brush. And, you know, with this Charlotte Tilbury concealer, what I love about it is it works with all my foundations. Now, it is fuller coverage compared to this foundation, but you can sheer it out by doing some more blending if you want. So where is that foundation brush? So I'm going to take that foundation brush and I'm just going to blend it out a little bit more. So it blends in a little bit more into my skin. And then in these areas where I get a little bit more red, it's great to help with that. Okay, so there we go with that one. Now, next, let's do our eyes. So hopefully this video comes out well. If it does, then it will go up. So this morning, what did I do? So this morning, so far, I filmed a reel, and I still have to edit it and post it to Instagram. I'm waiting, putting on my Bare Minerals eyeshadow primer. I love to use an eyeshadow primer with the Athr Beauty eyeshadows. I should have done this before I put on my foundation. This is their Prime Time eyeshadow primer. They just recently reformulated this, and I haven't tried it, so I'm curious if they change, or I know it's repackaged. I'm not for sure if it's reformulated. Usually when companies do a repackaging, most of the time, it's a reformulation. So I'm pretty sure that they reformulated it because I know they reformulated their face primers. So I have not tried it yet. I was going to try to see if I could pick it up from Sephora, but Sephora has really cut down their Bare Minerals selection. So I'm going to probably have to go to maybe Ulta. We used to have a Bare Minerals boutique here in our mall, but they just recently shut it, so it wasn't that busy. So, all right, so next, now that the shadow primer is dry, gosh, what is wrong with me these days? We're gonna go in with the Rose Quartz Quad, and I'm gonna go in with this light pinky, sort of pinky white highlight shade. It's called Stardust. And I'm going to put that on my brow bone into the arch a little bit here. Just a nice little thin layer. Sometimes it comes out a little bit thicker than I wanted it to, but that's okay. So I filmed that Instagram reel using my Nebulift devices. I gave myself a Nebulift facial this morning. So that's going to be going up here pretty soon. I uploaded my last YouTube video last night. I was trying to do it before we went out to dinner, but YouTube just isn't liking long videos anymore. I have a theory behind that. So I did that, and then I uploaded my Jane Man lift reel that I created yesterday while I was getting ready, and I'm doing laundry. And now I'm getting ready to film my Virtue Labs review, finally. And I figured since I have to put on makeup, I'll sit down here and film the look, because this is the look that I have gotten so many requests for. It's a very pretty spring look. It would be pretty spring, you know, summer. I just really love this for spring. It totally gives me the spring vibes. So the next shade I'm going in with is called Infinity. It's this really pretty light pink matte. So I have it on a eyeshadow blending brush. This is the Charlotte Tilbury one. It's just the one that I grabbed. You want to make sure that with these Athr shadows, you give them a really good tap, because if you don't, they will fall out. And tapping is key with these shadows. They are finely milled, so, you know, you do get a lot of kickback in it. You know, it's the formula, a lot of clean formulas, you know, you do get a lot of kickback. So I just put this in my crease. You know, I just figured we should try something. Have you seen that new like trend where they're putting their eyelash curler and putting it right here and then doing their crease? So let's try that. So I'm going back into that pink matte shade, which is called Infinity. I'm gonna tap off the excess and let's try this and see how that works out, okay? It's my first time, so why not? So yeah, we'll see how this works out. Hey, that's pretty good. Let's do it on the other one. Again, I'm going into that Infinity, that pink matte shade here in the Rose Quartz Quad. All right, so my theory with YouTube, the reason why they're pushing short form content is because I think eventually they want creators here that do long form content is to create a membership site to where you have to pay to see the videos. That's my theory. And if they do that, oh my gosh, that is going to be insane for people. I mean, it's a way for creators to make more money, but I mean, charging to see, you know, like longer videos, no. I need to deepen this just a little bit more, so I'm just going to go over it a little bit more here. It's a very pretty light pink shade. I really, really love this. Total spring vibes. Yeah, so that's my theory. I'm pretty sure they're thinking about that, because as one of the options to make more money here, they say that you should create a membership channel. So yeah, I don't know. If that ever happens, I'd probably go to a different format. But see, all the other formats besides YouTube, I believe you have to charge. All right, so now I'm going into this shimmer shade right here, which is Rose Quartz. And I cannot believe that this shade is not in the Rose Quartz palette. And it's called Rose Quartz palette, right? It's not even in there anymore. It was in the first one. And I'm gonna put that in my intermovable lid corner here. This brush isn't good for that. So I'm gonna go in with this flat tip brush and pick up that shade. The flat tip works best with this. This is a very light, shimmery shade. Now, from what I remember from this, from the original Rose Quartz, it was definitely more pigmented than it is now. I think it applies better with your fingers, but I have a hard time getting in there with my fingers in this space because my eyelids are actually, you know, small, and my finger is too big to fit in there. That's why I think that they should make eyeshadows to be used with a brush and a finger, not just like for it to apply more versus one way or the other. Okay, so next I'm gonna go into this shade right here, which is called Solstice. Now this looks like it's gonna have a lot of impact, but it does not. So I'm gonna pack my brush with it. This one applies better with the finger for sure. So I tapped off the excess, and now I'm gonna apply that to the outer half of my movable lid. See, it doesn't really have a lot of impact on the eye. It's very, very light color. If you have, you know, fair skin, this would be a great palette for you. I have medium, I'm light to medium, but more so sort of on the medium side. So I guess light to medium, right? And I still love this palette. Colors are just very light and pretty. Nice for a soft daytime look. And I just really have to build this shadow up to have it have some impact on my eye. And sometimes I get fallout from this too because I'm packing the brush. I'm tapping, but I'm really trying to pack the pigment on there. And like I said, this one does apply better with your fingers. However, I don't like applying eyeshadows with my fingers. And I like it to apply it with a brush, especially shimmer shades. It's just so messy. So there's the fallout. Don't worry about that. I'm going to clean that up. So I do have a lot of kickback, but it's gone. All right. So now we're ready for Scorpio. So Scorpio is right here. It's a really pretty mauve shade. I'm going to take this Charlotte Tilbury eyeliner brush. I have been digging this for my eyeliners lately because I do the smudge look. And I just really, really like it. But it's not good quality, but I like this because it's hard for me to find the perfect size for my eyeliner. And this one is perfect. So I just line the shade on the outer upper corner of my eye, and then I take it across the bottom here. And you know, it's a very, very light shade, but it's super, super pretty. And it's perfect for this really soft makeup look. This is kind of like, you know, spring romantic look for me. I really love this. And I have been wearing this to work. This eyeshadow look, I wear this, you know, often on the days where I'm going to do something after and I want to look a little bit more glam. Sometimes, most of the time when I'm going to work, if I am running short on time, I just grab the Charlotte Tilbury Rose Gold Eyes to Mesmerize shadows. I think that's what it is. Eyes to Mesmerize, this one. So I love this. It's really pretty. It's what I gravitate towards too during the week. All right, so that is pretty much it for this eye look. So now what I'm gonna do is I need to blend this shadow out. And I used to be like really worried about, you know, the fallout with the Athr Beauty eyeshadows, but you know what? I just saved my under eye concealer for last. For my base products. After I do my eyeshadow, I do my concealer then, and it just really helps clean up the area. So this is the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer in shade 5. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and put it like this, okay? And then I'm going to take my Rare Beauty concealer brush and I'm just going to blend this out and kind of clean up the lines, give my eyes a little bit more lift. And then once I clean up that, I will blend it down here. And then we'll do the other eye. This one I have to use a little bit more concealer because I have that broken capillary there. That broken capillary has lifted quite a bit. It's not as noticeable as what it was before, but it's not going away either. You know, the Osmosis products have really helped with that. Maybe the OS1 or the One Skin OS1 eye supplement, topical supplement product will help a little bit more. Also, you know, I'm almost a year into using my Osmosis serums, you know, including Catalyst, and Catalyst is the one that really helps with the broken capillaries. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, you know, sometimes it takes a long time for, you know, these things to get out of the skin. Like, you know, those who have hyperpigmentation, sometimes it can take, you know, 7 months, 12 months. It can take 2 years for you to work that pigmentation out of the skin, just depending, you know, on your skin. So next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this Rose Ink foundation brush and I'm just going to blend those edges of the concealer out into this foundation. Looks a little bit brighter, looks a little bit more there. I should probably take the damp beauty blender and work it in a little bit more. I always have to put another little dot there. What I do is I leave it on for a few seconds, and then right now I'm just gonna dampen my beauty blender really quick and kind of blend that foundation. It looks more noticeable here with this light than it does when I look in the mirror, but if it looks that noticeable here with the light, it's gonna really show up on camera. Okay, so I'm just blending that little dot in that I did a little extra concealer coverage on, and then just kind of blending this down into the skin. And then, yeah, so, okay. Okay, so there's the eyeshadow. My concealer's on. So the next thing I like to do is use my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood contour wand, and we're gonna do the fair to medium. So we'll go ahead and do that. And I'm just kind of just putting little dots here. And then I'm gonna take this, I have a Real Techniques brush. It's 401, and I just blend my contour in to the skin. This is my favorite contour ever created. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it looks like Tarte has copied Charlotte Tilbury with these contour wands. I think they call it contour tape, but they copied it. It looks like it's a similar formula. So I haven't really checked it out, but it might be a dupe for this Charlotte Tilbury one. So I was trying this new thing yesterday with my contour. So let's do it. So what I do is I take some of this contour wand on this little brush, and I never contour my nose. So I was like, you know what? Let's try it. And then if you want your cheeks to look slimmer, you can come in and right here and do this. Looks kind of funny, huh? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oops, I'm kind of scared. Let's kind of blend it a little bit. Well, that didn't really work out like how I wanted it to, but you can kind of see it kind of looks like my skin is like all sculpted. I'm kind of in a goofy mood today, so excuse me. Okay, so now that that's on, what I like to do is, you know what, I usually like to use this Charlotte Tilbury brightening powder. I think I'm gonna just go with the regular airbrush powder because sometimes this can be a little bit too bright underneath my eyes, and especially if I have this lighter coverage foundation. So I'm just going to take the regular airbrush powder and put this all over. And I just noticed that this kind of looks a little funny right in my nose. Okay, so there's that. I find that with this rose ink, you know, I don't really need to powder that much with it compared to other foundations. It just, you know, it just looks like skin, and it doesn't make my skin get oily or anything like that. So it's actually pretty good. I've tried it a couple of times. I tried this one 2 times, and now I've tried this color 2 times. So, and the longer it's on your skin, like as you've noticed, like everything looks kind of a little bit more even. and tone and everything, it's looking pretty good. So I'm gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer in medium and just put a little bit of this on my hairline. Take it around here. Sometimes I'll go in here. I think I need to fix that contour a little bit more. I can really see that and I don't want to see it. Yeah. Okay. All right, so that is it for the bronzer. Now let's play with Pink Pop. Okay, so we're gonna use Pink Pop. I wore this yesterday. I love this shade. So I just squeezed a little bit here at the top. And we're gonna put this on the top of the cheeks. So I'm just gonna do kind of like 2 dots there. And I'm kind of putting it a little bit higher so we could get that lifted look. And I just start blending it into my skin. And if you want, you know, to add a little bit more and build it for more of a pop, you can. I'm just gonna add a little bit more here to the apples, sort of. So if you saw my video that I uploaded it, started it on Saturday, but I think it finished uploading to YouTube, like, you know, after midnight. This is what I was wearing, and I mentioned that in that video, but that's the updates and what's up and coming to Aloha Jen's beauty blog. I am completely obsessed with these Charlotte Tilbury matte beauty blush wands. They are my new favorite blushes. I just absolutely love them so much. We're gonna play with the Hollywood Glow Glide Face Architect Highlighter in Pillow Talk Glow. You know, I have to tell you, this is growing on me because since I've been working on my skin texture, if you get the Peter Thomas Roth face primer, it really smooths out the texture of your skin, but my skin texture, you know, has smoothed out quite a bit from using the Dermadisc. I mean, if you look at my forehead, it looks so good. It doesn't really have that orange peel appearance anymore. And, you know, the Dermadisc has really helped with that. And I'm not wearing a makeup primer. I just put on my skincare, my normal osmosis skincare, my SPF, and then here is my skin. So I'm just gonna take this onto the apples of my cheeks here. Well, you know, cheek highlight. Put a little bit on my nose, down the bridge, on my Cupid's bow. And I've been really enjoying this trick of putting it right here to slim the face. I don't really know if this really has an effect, but we just go with it. All right, so that is it for complexion. So now let's do brows. So brows, I'm going to use the Plume Science Brow Pomade. So in my last Get Ready video, I used, I'll just get it later. I used the brow pencil and the tinted brow gel in Ashy Daybreak, and then this is the brow pomade in Ashy Daybreak. So I'm just gonna take my Plume Science brush and take some and put it on the end of the angled tip. And I'm gonna start working this into my eyebrows. This is great to define and fill in and give your brows some color really quickly. I just really like this a lot for when I don't have a lot of time, or I go for my tinted brow gel. But if I don't want to do, you know, brow gel and pencil, I just go in with the pomade. And this is kind of a little bit darker than the pencil and the brow gel. But if you want to lighten it, you just don't use as much. I really need to do my brows. I didn't shave my face this week or trim my brows because I did my Dermadisc treatment on Monday. And when I do my Dermadisc treatment, sometimes I notice like my hair doesn't grow back that fast on my face. So I didn't really need to shave my face. And since I didn't really need to shave my face, I forgot about, you know, trimming my brows. Okay, so I'm just gonna take that. And then, oh, I forgot to mention this yesterday in my updates video with the Dermadisc. So when I did my Dermadisc treatment this last time, it was my 5th time, I started out on dry skin using the medium disc. And then after I went in with my, after using the medium disc on dry skin, I put on the Botnia essential enzymes and used the fine disc. Worked out great. That medium disc is pretty strong. I couldn't use it at first, but my skin, you know, has changed. It's gotten firmer and tighter. And then the texture, it became like I was able to work my way up to it. The key is like you don't want to be pressing that into the skin, because if you press too much or go over the skin too much with the Dermadisc in a certain section, of course it's gonna be like you sanded off a couple layers of skin, right? And I have to be really careful with that because my skin is thin and it's sensitive. Okay, so that is the Plume Science Brow Pomade. Looks pretty good, right? I love this stuff. I love all their brow products. Love, love, love. All right, so next we're gonna go in with the Prime Chromatics Prime Lash in black for mascara. And here we go. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with my hair. I didn't wash it today. I'm gonna throw in some dry shampoo. I think I'm gonna put some curls in it. I was thinking about putting hot rollers in it, but I don't know. I might put hot rollers in it actually. So we'll see. You guys will see how it comes out. So with this, I don't need to curl my lashes. It actually gives my lashes a nice little lift, not too much. It doesn't curl them all the way, but of course, if you want them, you know, to be a little bit more lifted and curled, you would definitely curl the lashes before. Okay, so looks really good, right? So I noticed like with this mascara, with the black, it's more impactful versus the navy blue and the brown. And I find that with all, you know, mascaras, even if it's like a navy blue or a dark blue, it's not quite as impactful as black. So when you use those colored mascaras, anything other than black, sometimes you don't really like get the true effect for as an impact on the lashes and the makeup look. Looks pretty, and I love blue mascara, and I love the navy shades. But if you want something more impactful, always go with black. You guys remember back in the days, I think what was it, early 80s, 90s, when they used to have all the cool different colors of mascara. What was that brand called? Came in the little pink containers. They had all these cute little tiny eyeshadows, and they were fun colors, and the different color mascaras and the eyeliners. I can't remember. I wanted to say was it Carefree, but I think that's a panty liner brand. Oops. I can't remember. It's not Bonnie Bell, but it's another one. So I do notice with this mascara, and I'll point that out in my video, is that the black seems to be a bit more of a drier formula. Not a bit more, is a drier formula than the navy blue formula. The navy blue isn't quite as dry as this one. I find that the black does build a bit better as well. So that is a little bit off, but however, I really, really like it a lot. All right, so that is it for that part. So my lip color choice is going to be the Fit Glow Lip Color Serum in Nudie. This is my signature color, and it looks so pretty with this look. I like something, you know, kind of pinky nude is really pretty. I bet Kind would look really pretty with this too. I think even Regal would, I don't know, something kind of pinky would look really pretty. And I'm going with Nudie. All right. So that is it for this makeup look. I hope you enjoyed watching me create this look and you found it helpful and it gives you some ideas on the Rose Quartz Quad from Athr Beauty. I love this. I think this is a beautiful springtime palette. Another thing I wanted to do really quick before I go is I like to put this Stardust shade, this light pink shimmer. I like to put it here in the inner corners of my eyes. And I always do that right after I finish my eyeshadow. Another thing, what I like to do to make my eyes look bigger is I like to put a nude liner in my waterline. I have this Charlotte Tilbury liner duo. It's a dark brown here and a illuminating brightening shade here. And I'll just put this in my waterline, just to make my eyes look bigger and brighter. So if you can see the difference there, my eyes are really tired. This morning, I sometimes, like when I shower or I wash my face, if the water gets in my eyes, I get like a lot of redness in the white areas of my eyes. So, or if I haven't had enough sleep, and Lumify is what I use for that. So as you can see, this looks pretty good in there. So that is it for this makeup look, and I will see you here in a sec to close out. See you soon. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed watching me create this makeup look. This has been a makeup look that I have been loving. Gives me all the spring vibes, sort of romantic. I mean, you can make it a little bit dramatic by deepening the colors and using other colors as well to mix and match with it. But I wanted to demonstrate the Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand with this look because I think it is so pretty. It gives the cheeks that nice pop of pink of color. And also the Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand goes really well with this look as well. Now for my lip color of choice, I chose the Lip Color Serum in Nudie. I think it's really pretty with this look, but also I think Kind would be really pretty, or B might be even pretty too. You could play around with it. Now, as you guys seen, I did demonstrate the Rose Ink Skin Enhance Luminous Tinted Serum Foundation. What is it with these companies with these long names? It's making it difficult for us to pronounce here in a video. Well, at least me. I really love this. Like I said, I have it on my skin right now. Now, when you first put this on, it sort of looks like, you know, it's not doing anything. But once it starts setting into the skin, you really see it just makes the skin look so beautiful. It gives you that healthy glow from within. I have been loving this. And if you're someone like me who likes light coverage foundation, even extra light, check this out. Now, it is $59, but I absolutely love it. Now, I do find that I have to use a bit more of this than I would my traditional foundation. Usually with my number one day Chanel foundation, I usually use one pump, but this is a serum consistency, so it really absorbs into the skin. But I don't mind. I could see like where this you might go through this pretty fast, but I'll keep you posted on it. It is such a beautiful foundation, and it's like one of those foundations that I have been searching for a while that I couldn't find for my skin, that gives you that nice light coverage that evens out the skin tone, and it doesn't look like makeup on the skin. Love, love, love. And of course, you know, I love my Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wands. Like I said in my last video, I'm completely obsessed with these, and I can't wait until Dream Pop comes in. You know, I don't know how long these are gonna last. I think these are going to be a permanent product, and I hope so, because I don't wanna have to go run out and buy another one of my 3 favorites, which are this one, Peach Pop, and Pillow Talk. And like I said, I pretty much have been wearing these every day. Actually, I haven't touched my other blushes since these have hit my doorstep. Love, love, love. And the Athr Beauty palettes, absolutely love these palettes. They're really gorgeous now. You've heard me mention this before, but I really miss the old Rose Quartz palette. It was one of my favorite Athr Beauty palettes. This one is just really light in the colors. However, if you are, you know, fair skin tone, this would be a beautiful palette on you. The colors still show up on me, but they're a little bit lighter than I like, but it gives you that soft, romantic, spring vibes feel. And the Rose Quartz Quad is actually more so my favorite versus the Rose Quartz palette. I've been using this every day for like the last 2 weeks. So completely smitten with it, along with their Manifest palette. Love that one too. So yeah, really, really pretty quad for spring. Now this runs, I believe, $20. They sometimes have these really big sales. If you're a first time, you know, customer to Athr Beauty, I believe you can get 50% off site wide. I've been seeing an ad pop up for that, but as far as them having any more sales, I don't know when that's going to happen, because like they were having all these sales going strong since Black Friday, and then it seems like now it's stopped, which, you know, it's March now. So, and then this one runs about $48, and you know, in all honesty, I don't think you can go wrong with any of the Athr Beauty palettes. Like I said, I've been gravitating towards them lately and having so much fun with them. You know, there's a lot of color options in a lot of these. You can, you know, make up your own looks. You can, you know, keep it, you know, strictly, you know, neutral. You can have a little fun with it, but they are fun. They wear really nicely. I like to wear a makeup primer with mine. I find that it helps the shadows last longer because they do contain oils and butters in them. They blend out smoothly. Their shimmers are so beautiful. Great shadows overall, and I love these quads. I hope that they come out with more, because every quad that they have come out with, I have absolutely loved. The only one that I didn't really like, I liked, but I didn't like, was their Topaz one, which was more like greens. That one wasn't so much a favorite of mine just because of my skin tone, but all the other ones I've absolutely loved, and I hope to see more. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look, and I will see you in the next one. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Have a beautiful rest of your day or evening.
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day.